Hi everyone. For those that don't know me, I'm Deb from Project Life, Deb's Way. I've got a fantastic layout for you today. It's in quite soft muted colours this time, not like last times where it was very quite bold. And I'm using Stamperia SecretDairy. Now I can't show you the front cover, but I can actually sort of show you the sheets, excuse the holes from the pieces I've cut, but it's got a lovely paper line and it has all of your ephemera, and I've used the 8x8 inch pad, which is great for scrapbooking because your illustrations are slightly smaller, but not too small as the 6x6 is. I did also find that with the Stamperia pads you do need a 12x12 inch coordinating papers to use for some of your back cutting, so I did that as well. Now I'll give you a sneak peek of the layout. So I'll start from the front page, which is here. I'll see if I can not get the light on it for you. There we are, and as you can tell, it's worked absolutely beautifully. And then here is the next page. The graphics were absolutely beautiful on this. So I will do a full card by card description for you, and you'll end up with your full layout. And also too, from this month, I will also be doing a cutting video, but that is only available in the Facebook group, which I'll leave the link in below if you want to join. And that way, if you have your pads and etc., you can actually follow me along with all the cutting diagrams for the cards for this layout, and then go to the YouTube channel and do the process of making all the cards. So we get on with making the cards now. I'll show you again some of the other papers which I used, which was craft white and some hessian. And let's get on with the fun. So here's a sneak peek of the layout that you'll be doing, and as soon as this is done, we get on with making the cards. Around the whole thing, and on here there is also a create here, so I actually cut that little create word up there to produce this create. So I've got create happiness there. This one flower here is this flower here on the cutting sheet. Pretty well all the orange flowers are this particular flower, and I've put that onto mounting tape, and I've also put the create on mounting tape. Now I've edged around the edges quite heavily in brown ink because I do want this to be quite distinct against the white like that. So to do this card, it is so easy. We are just going to pop that into the center of the base card, like so, and attach that down. Then the floral, I sort of want to put so you can actually just over that round moon, I think it is, or sun, and so that you've got the fern leaves behind like that. And then I am going to pop this little flower in here, slightly raised up. So I'll get the little, and these are the half raised dots. I think they're a 1 millimeter. So I'm just going to pop that underneath. I'll take my tape off of these. And then just place over the top. And then my Create Happiness, which is mounted. I will attach that down. And there we have our eye candy card number 1 finished. So we're starting card number 2. It's an easy card. Now the little bird has come from up here. And I've also cut the tag and these 2 small tickets. Now they've all are going to be mounted flat except the little bird. I've got a tiny little bit of mounting just up on its head there. Now I've distressed everything and distressed my edges of my card. So we'll push those off to one side and pop the paper onto the 6x4 base card. In the center like that. Now I have got a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch craft card so that our 3x4 mat just fits in, and I've just trimmed the photograph slightly just to fit on that 3x4 photo mat. I have put a bit of craft around these photos just to make them stand out that little bit more, because otherwise they just wash in to the coloured paper. So it's just a nice thing to do. Now this is going to come down the bottom. So I want the same frame all the way round, so I will attach them. Now if you notice, normally when I'm doing these I don't put the tape at the top, mainly because that gives me wriggle room to do all my tucking in. So I'm going to just attach this securely down the bottom, but not at the top at the moment. Now the ticket we need to just pop in like so and make a decision on how. Now this is going to have to go over here because the bird is looking inwards. So I'm going to tuck the little bird in like that and then tuck the tickets in behind. So I will take this out and attach, because that is your foundation piece. And I'm going to slant that just slightly. Now I will pop my little birdie in. So he's flat with just that little bit of a raised area here. My tickets, I will pop the blue one there and just pop this one here. And there we have our card done. So I will take off the tapes for these. I think I might put that one with the number at the top. And how easy was that card? So now we get on to card number 3. Our next card 3 is just a photo mat card. So we have got our piece of card that we cut from our 12 by 12 paper. We have our 3 3/4 in our craft, which goes on next. So it's just a matter of laying these on. That goes centered. Then we have our white photo mat, which was 3.5 by 5.5, and that just gets centered, and that gives us a beautiful 6 by 4 photo card. So that's card 3 done. So card number 4. The ephemera I got for this, it came from the reverse side of the little typewriter. So you actually use, there's a little typewriter, you actually use the back frame. Now the little butterfly came from down in the bottom near this girl's face, and the flowers came from the top here. I used the little corner one, but I cut it into 2. I also used one of the orange flowers, and I also chose just the number 4. So that was sort of comes from, I cut it, it was sort of here somewhere like that. So I just cut that bit off to make 2 bits. So this card, we'll just move off of the base card. So I have got my 3 by 4 photo mat, which I'm going to put onto the craft. I always find it easier to put your photo mats on first. Just like that. Okay, our base card and our card goes on top of our white base card. Don't forget to really edge them very heavily. And just attach that on. Now our card is going to go down the bottom, and then this frame is going to be popped behind the picture frame. I might take that just to the side. Like so. I just wanted to hide that orange butterfly. So then our photo goes down. With an even border all the way around. Then I am just going to lay a little butterfly up here. And then pop the orange flower just in the middle. Once you're happy with the layout, you can then either glue with some wet glue, which I think I might do this time. And just attach that all down. And then make a decision where you want your butterfly. To go. So there, so I've just attached my photograph up into the top, and I'm taking my base card, which I've distressed, and pop that down, making sure that I only have that small border, so you've got that double border in the middle. Now this particular one came from the cut apart sheet in the 3x4s, and it's the lady sitting here. So I have used the opposite side, and I've cut just around the frame, and I'm popping that right in the center like that. Now these two pieces, I have got the lady's face and also this piece here, which I've cut out. Now I did trim the bottom slightly off so that it will actually fit onto this card like that. So you can actually see Live Life in Full Bloom. So I'm going to, and this is going to go down the bottom of the card slightly on a slant, like that. And then I'm going to take this lovely little piece of ephemera here and cover up that girl's face. Like so. And I also had a blue flower which is cut from here in the middle of the sheet. I've put a bit of mounting tape on that. And there we have card 5A and 5B finished. So we're going to finish the last of our cards on our right hand side, which is card 5C and 5D. So I've popped my photograph on my 6x4 card already. Now the ephemera, that came from the 3x4 card. I cut the flowers out and Enjoy the Moment, which I actually cut mine separately, which I haven't inked. So I'll quickly ink them. Here we go. And you can understand now why I wanted this flower in the top here. Now this little piece here came from this strip here with the pussycat on. So what I've done, I've cut that slightly smaller to be a 3-inch strip. And that 3-inch strip fits on to the hessian exactly. So I'll go straight ahead and attach. And I've just got a pair of scissors into my hessian and taken some of the strands out. So that will go in the middle of the hessian like so. And I haven't even done my butterfly either. Okay, so now I'll move all of the ephemera off of my base card. So we stick this down the bottom like so. Remembering that if you've got the 3x4 pockets, you just cut this card, the base card, in half. So we're going to pop that onto our card like that. Now this bottom piece, you want just down the bottom. So that you just have that lovely floral sitting up. So when you put your blue flower on, it looks like it's a floral arrangement. So I am going to just attach this with some glue. Making sure that you hide that hessian. I think we might go that way. Now you might need a little bit of raised mounting tape underneath those couple of flowers. So I'm just going to pop some mounting tape onto those pieces that are sticking up. So we'll take the backing off, just to give them some support there. There we are. Then we'll put enjoy the moment here. And I've got another blue flower which I'm just going to raise in the middle there, and then we have the blue butterfly. So I'm just going to hook the enjoy the moment. There we have our first side of the layout completed. So we're starting on our right hand side. So the ephemera from this is quite easy. I have just done the little word sentiment here on the page, and then the rest were flowers, which is one of the orange little leftover flowers here I used. I used the little blue one up here. I also used these two near this floral here. So I've just cut them out and inked them, which I haven't done, and I'll quickly do that now. It's just to get rid of those little white edges. There we go. So I'll move that off of the base card so we can do our constructing. So we have got our base card with the tickets with the blue butterfly. So we'll just get that onto our base card straight away. Now I didn't want the butterfly, so what I have done, I'm going to put this slightly over like that. So we're going to put our photo onto our craft mat, like all the other photographs, and pop that to one side. Now this piece here measures 5 3/4, and I've frayed all the edges, and that is going down the bottom. Now my hessian is sticking because I have a piece of this hessian actually came with a backing, which makes it easier to stick down. So that is going to go down the bottom, and as you can see, I had a piece of the hessian on the left hand side, so I've put a piece of hessian on the right hand side just to balance up the layout. Now that is going, the photo is going to go on the top of the hessian like that, and then I'm going to have the florals work out how I'm going to put these. And then over that plain, because I don't want the plain there, I'm just going to pop those florals. And then once I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to stick this all down. So I might, in actual fact, move them up slightly. There we go. So that once you're happy with the placement, that's when you attach everything down. There we go. I'm happy with that. So now I will stick everything down. In place. Now this particular one, because it's off the hessian, will need a little bit of a foam dot underneath to give it support. So now we can stick the photo down. Then we can pop our little florals just poking out there to hide that plain. And there we have, and now if that's over a bit, just snip that bit off. So there we have card number 6 complete. So number 7 is the same as number 3. So you've just got your base card with your craft, which you're going to put on there centered. Then you have your white photo mat, which I've already attached my photograph, centered again. So there we have card number 7 finished. Now we're on to card number 8, and here is the ephemera that I have used. Now the bird, that came from here. I just needed a bigger bird than that one, and a couple of the flowers came from here with a little one here. Now these two were the ones that you cut from when you were cutting the sheets out that I said to keep. So this one is really easy, so we'll push them out of the way while we just do this. So we have our base card, which goes onto our 6x4 white. And I've distressed around the edges. I've already put my photo on the mat, which then goes on to that craft mat. Then that goes on to the base card. Like so. Now this particular one I just want slid in the back like that, and I'll just snip those leaves off. So we will put a bit of tape on there. It's just to add a little bit of that orange in there. So then I'll just get the scissors and just snip that bit off so it goes into the folder. Now we need to cover that bird up. So I'm just sort of putting the bird over the top of the other bird, which I'm going to glue down with my glue. Then I wanted to cover up these paintbrushes. So I'm going to put my florals in like that, just to cover up that paintbrush. And I'm going to get my little dots and put a foam mount on that little one. And I'm just going to pop that in the center like that, just raised. And there we have card 8 complete. Now this is the last of our 6x4 cards. So it's a really easy one. There was just these 2 pieces which came from this cut apart sheet here. You can see down here, and this one up here I just trimmed around. So all I have to do is put my card onto the base card. I then have my photo to pop on, which I've put onto my photo mat. And this particular photo mat, I didn't put oh, here it is here. Got pushed away. So you should have that craft there. So just pop that down onto your card. Now this particular one is just slid underneath, and just get rid of those 2 words there. So it just goes far enough to cover the words up. Just slant it slightly. And I haven't got mine in far enough. So I just need just to get, that's it. Then this particular one, I'm just going to slide it underneath and down the bottom to hide that word discovery. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually put a little flower in here, maybe a blue flower or something if you wanted to. So that is card 9 finished. So this is card 10B and 10A. I've already put my photograph on. So now I'm going to put my papered card onto my base card. And this is the one where I use the lovely lady. Now I've got some extra flowers that I cut. So I'm just going to pop those on like that and bring her over slightly because I want my 2022 year date. Popped in. I will now attach my flowers. Just tuck them underneath where I need them. You can raise the lady if you want, but I decided I just wanted her flat. So she's just going to have some glue popped on. And then stick her down. And there is a very easy and absolute delightful card finished. This is our last of our cards, and this layout went together very quickly because the graphics like this, it was just such beauty. You just had to add an extra little flower and maybe some leaves and it was done. So all I have to do there is just pop my card on there. Imagination has no bounds, which is very suitable because he was just playing with our kindling to our fire. And then I'm going to move that slightly across, which is a bit difficult now. I've got it stuck. Over on the edge, and then just glue so that it's flat and then slightly raised. Otherwise it just looks like it's stuck in the middle of nowhere. So there we have our layout finished. So I'll give you a viewing of the finished layout completed and etc. And I hope you join me next time, and I hope that thank you for following through. Here's the finished item that we have made with everything. I hope you enjoyed following through the video, and if you've made this layout. So till next time, keep crafting. Bye.